hello, hello, hello. So this is class 12. Some of you who are going to pop in and out, thank you for popping in. And those of you who are staying longer, thank you for staying longer. So today is class 12. We're doing chapter 15, 16, and 17. Some of you who do not have your books yet, please look down below and you will see the link to get your books. Okay, it's elsafield.com. And I use them because they have the precise books that we need. And those books will be bought brand new. You can get them used. Try to go maybe 2 or 3 years. Some of the material is mostly the same. The only thing I don't want you to get used is your CPT, ICD-10, and your Hicks Picks book, because you may be using those when you're taking your test. Okay, so we have 4 classes left in the medical insurance billing course. 18, 19, and 20, 14, 21, and 22, and then your capstone. The capstone is everything that we have done, everything we've gone over in medical insurance billing. Also, those of you who do have part of your books, maybe you have just the reading material. That's fine. Go ahead and still do the reading material. There are a couple of exercises in there that you can also do. Okay. But the workbook is prominent. You'll be able to retain more. The more work you do, the more you can retain. Okay, so again, we will be doing capstone in class 15. That means we will be done with medical insurance billing. Okay, and then we're going to move on to medical terminology. So, you guys know in medical terminology, you do need to have your book. Um, I do have an ebook on there. I'm not sure which ebook it is, but I think it's 2023. I'm not sure what it is, but in the classroom, those of you who are in the Sapphire class, there's an ebook there for medical terminology. Some of you can go to thrift.com and other sites where you can get the books that don't cost too pricey. Okay, so they're not too pricey when you go to other places, but if you get them brand new, they will cost. They're going to cost a piece of change. But it doesn't matter, brand new or not brand new. You can still get your work done. Okay, so I'm just kind of throwing this up here because this is the schedule, and you guys have seen the schedule already, but I just kind of put it up here so you guys can see what's going on in here. But you guys actually have 2 schedules. Basically, they both have the same thing on them. I just put it up here just so that you can see where we're at and what we're doing. Okay. So let's take a look at the schedule, the syllabus. Well, this is not your syllabus, but this is pretty much what you're going to be doing, what you're doing in the classroom. And you guys know we kind of go over this in the beginning. We go over what we're doing in the classroom. When you guys archive this, you guys can also see this and then kind of backtrack on it. Okay, so that's one of the things that we go over when we first start class. We also go over the books, and I'm just going to do a quick rundown on the books. Let's get rid of this and go ahead and drop the books up there. Okay, so that's your ICD-10, your CPT. The ISBN is there. The ISBN is also down below, so make sure you guys take a look at that. I also added down below some of your courses, which should be in there anyway. Sapphire Coding, I think, /Shopify.com. You can also purchase courses from there. These are different from the courses that you guys are getting on YouTube. These are broken down courses that we do in the Sapphire portal. This is for the Sapphire students. So you can go there and check out those books from there, and you also can check out the courses from there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to slide over there. Let's do share screen. I think I can get over there. Um, so let's see if they let us, if we can do it. So we're at the Amazon, but I'm going to jump over to the Sapphire bookstore. This is called the Sapphire bookstore. I'm going to jump back over to make sure you guys can see this. Hold on one second. There we go. I'm not sure what this. Oh, this is the books. Okay, so let's get rid of the books. Medical terminology, medical billing. You guys know my rundown. We do the same thing. We start. I'm gonna get rid of the books so I can put the bookstore up. Okay, so there it is. So this is pretty much the Sapphire Physician Coding Bookstore. This is mine. There's no copyright here. It belongs to me. So let me just get back to the other session. That way I can go ahead and move it. So if you guys want to join the Sapphire Physician Coding class, this is where you would join the class. Here you can purchase individual courses, or here you can join the full program. It's $1,389, but if you have that key code, usually at the end of this class, I give a key code and take $1,150 off of that, because I'll have a grant that I let you guys use. So that $1,389 knocks down to, I think, $199 when you use that code. So when you go to sapphirecoding.myshopify.com, this is where you will be. Okay, these are the courses. Okay, this is the advanced course. Everything is in there. That's your basic course. Okay, and these, what you see here, these are individual courses. And you see this book right here? This is the Sapphire book. Okay, that's Sapphire Medical Billing and Coding Q&A, and that's where you will learn how to do medical billing. Well, you won't learn how to do it, but it's an introductory of what it is, where it comes from. It gives you like a small basic rundown in case you've never done billing and coding before and you want to get involved in it. So that's what that book is for. Okay, and if you get it on this website, it's $15.99. If you get it from Amazon, here's my book right here on Amazon. It's $29.99. It's Medical Billing and Coding Q&A. You see my name, Lisa Lambert. That book belongs to me. Sapphire Physician Coding. This is a Medical Billing Series 1. There's actually 20 series to that. Okay? I'm just not finished doing it. I do have that one. The second one is going to drop probably next month. Okay, so again, if you go to sapphirecoding.myshopify.com, you can purchase individual courses. The medical billing course that we're doing right now, I'm looking for that one. It's actually this one. It's $489. So you guys are getting like the basics, but if you were in the classroom, you will get the full throttle of this course, of the medical insurance billing course. Okay, so you guys also see like individual courses here. You can go on this website and purchase individual courses. They're $53.99 a course. So remember, there's like probably 18, 20 courses here. So this is also for people who have taken their test and they need to retake something, or they want to get one course and they want to just kind of study one course. You want my competencies, you want my tests. Here they are. This is where you would get them. Okay. So let me see what else in there I want to show you. So we can stop the screen on that, and that is basically just showing you where you can get those courses from. So let's kind of get started on the class. Let me look in here and see, make sure there's nothing else in here that I didn't go over that you guys know I always go over. So I didn't get a chance to put the website up. Let's go ahead and put that website up for the books, where you're going to get the books. Here it is. So this is elsevere.com. This is where you will get the books from. These are the books that we learn by on this chat. Okay, so you guys know I call the videos chats. Okay, so I hope you guys are following along. Okay, when you come, make sure you have your book, just like you're in a regular class. I'm trying to make it my business to make sure I am here at 6:00 to give you guys this live class. If for some reason I am not, the class will be archived. It will be taped and it will be archived. Okay, but again, here is where you get your books. Now, Elsevier has given me a little bit of a summary of how they want you to follow to get the books. So you're going to look below. Also, look in the pinned. This video should have a pinned on it. As soon as I finish with it, I'm going to put the pin on it. And the pin has where you get the books from. Okay. And if you go into the description, I have ISBN numbers for every single book that we are looking at here. I want you to get the AAPC ICD-10, the AAPC HCPCS, because that's the one that they use. You're going to get the AMA CPT. Okay, I also have the ISBN numbers there for that as well. Okay, so let me go into sharing my screen with the books. Okay, so this is the workbook. I'm going to put it up so you guys can see it. You guys can see what chapter we are on and what we are doing. Okay, one second. So let me get back to you and then I will go ahead and share that real quickly. So let's get rid of this and then I'll go ahead and put it up. So this is basically where we're at. And this is what we're doing. Okay. You're doing chapter 15 and we're on paper claim. Now, you guys have initially already done this in the reading because we've already generally went over the reading. We are now going over what you're going to be doing in the workbook. Okay, so the workbook is very important because that's where you're going to start retaining stuff. So the paper claims here starts with the CMS 1500. Your key terms that you're going to do is pretty much just like a regular claim, just like you're in a regular billing office. You're going to do, you're going to check to see if the claim is clean. You're going to check to see, if there's anything that you need to change on this claim. You're going to make sure that, if you're going to do it electronic, make sure you have the right electronic code for that claim to go through. Because if you can't get these claims to go through, you're going to be doing double work. You're going to be doing double work, and the claim is going to come back to you. So when we're talking about 1,500 claims, you want to make sure that your boss doesn't come to you and say, okay, should I, this claim is dirty like 10 times, what are we going to do with it? So you're going to keep shooting it back through. If the clearinghouse brings it back to you, you're going to do more with it. If you need help with it, make sure you get your supervisor to help you with that claim. Okay, so I'm just going to go towards the book so I can kind of get a couple of things out of this. And some of this stuff is pretty much generic. I mean, you're talking about rejected claims and different things like that, suspended claims. A rejected claim is generally a claim that just didn't go through. Something is kicking back. A number is off, a code is wrong, a date of birth is missing, something is missing in there. And don't forget, I want you guys to make sure in your book, right now I'm on page 183. Okay, so those of you who get the book is by Linda M. Smith. And you're going to get the book from Elsevier in the workbook, because remember, you guys have already read the reading material. So in the workbook, you are going to do the exercises that are in the workbook. So you're going to start with the key terms, the key abbreviations, performance objectives, study outline, and then your assignment review questions. Okay. And that's pretty much on every chapter. Those are the things that you're going to do. Your key abbreviations, I'm going to show you those really quickly because I want you to get those key abbreviations down. I always show you this inside your workbook. Make sure that you get those because those abbreviations is what's going to help you pass your exam. EPSDT. I want you to make sure you put that down, okay? So generally, we pretty much do the exercises that helps us. I don't do any of the extra exercises. Now, there is a portion in this book. I'm just going to come back at you. There's a portion in this book that has a job development section. Now, that's what's good about this book. It's not just showing you about medical insurance billing. It's actually showing you other things to help you, get a job. Okay. So the job portion in this book is like job development. Um, we're not doing that. You can if you want to. If you guys send me enough a message and say, Miss Lambert, yeah, I think we need to do that part. Okay, then we'll go ahead and go over that. Not a problem. I mean, we had a job developer who did stuff like that. So I really didn't have to do any of that. I send my students to the job developer and Mr. Hardy does what he got to do with them. But I mean, we can go there. I do have a job development portion in the Sapphire physician coding class. Now that's for paying students. You guys want to get with that? Go to that website and register for one of those classes. We give you, resume tips. I show you new resumes, different types of resumes, and generally how to get a job. And I'm generally telling you what I ask people when I am interviewing them. What can you give me? What can you bring to the table? No, I'm not straightforward like that, but I'm doing it in a professional way to see what she's going to throw back at me. So, if you want to do the job development part, you can. So performance objectives. Some of you who have your books, I'm on page 186. If you have a book that is older than the 2025, that's fine. You may be on another page, but again, we're working on chapter 15, the paper claims, CMS 1500. Okay, so right now I'm in performance objectives, like I said, and we're just pretty much going over what's in here and what you should have done already. Now, I'm gonna expect the same thing. You guys, from you that I do from my regular students. So if you guys go through a chapter, yes, I still want you to do a summary. And right now, I don't have thousands and thousands of people in this classroom for the YouTube. So you can send it to me if you want me to grade it for you. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so yes, you can do the summary. So that was a question that I had, and I'm putting it out here because somebody else might have had that same question. Okay, so your outline again is the same thing as you guys have your book. You're going to do all of the claim form fillings. I want you to do all of the HICFA fillings. And again, it will help you because some of you are not going on to do decoding. Some of you are going to stay right there, okay, with your medical insurance billing, and that's fine. Just take that to the next level. Just study and take it to the next level. Okay, so what I was thinking about doing with this class and possibly moving forward was I was going to take a couple of things out of your medical insurance billing course, the Sapphire students. Let me see what I got in here. Take some of the things out of that course and put it up. But a lot of the stuff that's here, you're not going to be able to decipher this without you enrolling into my class. So still check it out. Check out the the bookstore so you guys can see what's in there. I'm just trying to get to which I thought I had this up already. Okay, so I'm gonna open this just so I can take a look at this. And all right, so I'm gonna share my screen with this. I don't know if I've showed you this before, but I don't show this because this is for the Sapphire students. So let me see. I might still be in there. I could have just shared my screen like that. I'm not even sure. I think I have to go to the Windows. Maybe not Chrome. Mm, oh, okay. I got it. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but um, oh, you can't. Now you can. All right. So this belongs to me. This is not a copyright for anybody. I have my name all over it and the school all over it. So, and that's the gist. That's the type of stuff that I'm working on right now. I'm working on us getting full 100% clearance on what I'm showing you in these books. And that way I'll be able to go over more in the teaching books. So all of the books that I have on here, I've already submitted the paperwork so that I can give you guys more from out of that book, especially for some of you who don't have your book. And the goal is to change world education. So once they gives me the go ahead, I will be able to show those books more. This is the Sapphire portal. This is the Sapphire Academy portal, and this what you're looking at right now. This is the syllabus portion. This is a piece of the syllabus, and this tells you the regular Sapphire students what I'm expecting of you in the classroom, and this is what you should be going through. Okay, so generally it's pretty much this session. You guys know is about medical insurance billing. We've already did chapters 4, 8, 11, 12. We've done several chapters. Okay, and I'm just jumping down to the bottom. Review all videos and read all material. That's the basics. That's the basics. Because if you don't do this study, there's no way you're going to get through this. If you don't do the study, and it's basically you are setting 2 or 3 hours to yourself, and you are doing the studying. Okay. So again, in your workbook, I want you to make sure that you do the review questions. Okay, make sure you do the review questions. Okay, what legislation required all claims sent to the Medicare program be submitted electronically effective October 2003. That might be on your test. So just make sure that you take heed to whatever you see in here. When you guys see something in regards to pending claims, make sure you find out why that claim is pending. Okay. You find out why that claim is pending. Okay. I don't want you guys to pass off any of your work. Even if you're at work, you're at the hospital, if you're at home, do your due diligence and find out what's wrong with it. Okay, especially if you guys are going to be working at home. Try to get a step of the game. Try to get those claims in and out. Because if you guys are working at home and you got Epic going, um, you nobody's bothering you. You should be able to make sure those claims are straight and get them out the door. Okay. Um, so again, that's what this is. I'm going to take this down. Let me see if I can get to what I want. So let's stop the share on that one. So we're going to go back to the book, and I want to make sure that you guys are clear on what's in the medical insurance billing workbook. Okay, because the workbook looks like it's so much longer than the reading book. I don't know why. Okay, so here it is, and this is what we're in. This is the Four Needs workbook. Okay, now you might have another. I thought I brought the other book. I guess I didn't bring it. The book covers may be different. They may be different in the book cover. So just kind of take heed to that. Okay. But it's the same stuff in there. I think they just update a couple of things and that's it. So again, regards to the 1500 claim form, you're going to have also multiple choice. And you guys remember what I said? Those multiple choice questions are like they're open and closed questions. Um, your claim forms, UB04s, either UB04, UB92, that's your hospital claim. The 1500 claim form, that's what we are talking about now. Everything that is in this book is stuff that you will need, okay? Providers who have more than 25 full-time employees. Whatever's in this workbook, you've already read it. You've already read it. The workbook and the reading book combined together is what's going to get you to pass your exam. Why do we need medical insurance billing, Ms. Lambert, if we're doing coding? Because you may have some medical insurance billing questions on that exam. Okay, you might have some on that exam. Okay, I'm just popping this up. I'm popping this up because I never really popped this up. Let me get back. So I don't usually pop this up, but I'm going to go ahead and pop this up because I haven't popped this one in a while. Uh, Hold on. If you go on aapc.com, you can literally see what they're going to have on the exam. I mean, you see these books right here? You can get all the books that you want from here as far as your ICD-10, your CPT, XYZ. But what I do, I'm gonna put it up for a minute. I want you guys to go to aapc.com and then you can still navigate. You can navigate what you want in there. What type of test you want to take. You can navigate other type of services that AAPC has. You can navigate certifications that they have. You can even see other licenses that they have in there. What I'm looking for is CBC training 4,000. So their course starts at $4,000. As you guys can see, wait, let me see if you can see this. Yes, you can. Okay, so CPC, CPP, that's what we're training you for. This course is free. My course is literally derived from what they're teaching you here. Okay, job ready. You see that job ready in your medical insurance billing book? There's a portion of a job ready class in there. Okay, CPC 3,000. I encourage all of you guys to go through this exam. Go through this website, okay? Because this is where you're going to take your test at. I'm trying to look for case study, brief study, stock membership, training, events. And yes, you will need to become a member. You will need to become a member, okay? In order for you to take your exam, okay? I'm not looking for plan exam or anything like that. It's going to take me a minute to do it, so I'm not going to do it. But I want you guys to go ahead and navigate through AAPC. This is who you're going to take your test with. It's so much that they look like they updated this site wonderful. Remember we were talking about this? I'm telling you, I told you. That is why what I want y'all to do when you get your ICD-10 and CPT. Well, CPT is AMA, okay, but my ICD-10 and HCPCS I use for you guys to study. Okay, this is AAPC. This is open nature. This is not a strike against us. They it can't do. I have a contract with AAPC. I've already got permission to do this. So, but what I'm telling you is those ISBN numbers, I've already put them in there. So if you guys look below, you see ISB numbers for ICD-10, HCPC, and CPT. Your medical billing, all the books I've already put in there down below. Your medical insurance billing books, yes, go ahead and get them from Elsevier. But you're going to go to AAPC and get the ICD-10 books from there. Okay. What I wanted to find is what's going to be on your test, and they have that in here. It's still in here. Uh, Let me see. I don't want to take up your whole class and look for it, but so we're going to jump up. We're going to jump up out of there. I want you guys to do it. Okay. I want you guys to do it. So what's here? Okay, so did you see that? That's aapc.com, and that's what you guys are going to be moving forward towards. Okay, so I'm going to jump down. I'm already in for a minute. So that was chapter 15. Let's move on to chapter 16, the electronic claims. Okay, now we've already did the 1500. Why is she still here? Okay, let's remove this. Oh, I forgot. I gotta stop the share and share again. Okay, share again. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so there's two types of claims. There's the electronic claims and there's the 1500 paper claims. Okay, we're not going to have this up long, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys kind of took a look at that. Okay, but would you have your own book, so you should be looking at it yourself. So I'm on page 212. Okay, so again, I love this one. So look, accredited standards, audit trails. What's an audit trail? You guys let me know what an audit trail is. Send me a message. Let me know what that is. Okay. What if that's on your CPC? What is an audit trail? And they're going to give you multiple choice questions. Make sure you know what it is. They have questions in regards to what a clearinghouse is, and covered entity, what is encoder. Those are things that we use anyway. That's why I said when you pass your test, you pass your exam. The hardest thing you're going to do is pass your exam. The rest of this stuff is going to be easy. It's going to be like second nature. So I don't want you guys to get scared of it. Don't get scared when you're getting ready to take your test. I'm on the website right now, and I'm just kind of scanning through because I'm looking for the piece that I can give you guys as to where it tells us what's on that test. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of scamming for that. I just want you guys to take a look at the schedule that I have up there. Okay, plan and schedule your exam, prepare for your exam. Let's see. They're supposed to have on here, prepare for your exam. Maybe it's at the bottom. Cycle training, instructor certification, finding education, billing exam, coding exam. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna click on just regular CPC exam. You don't have to switch over. I'm not gonna switch over to you. I just wanted to see if they have that in there, which I'm gonna eventually look through it. Then I'll let you guys know pretty much what they have, what's on there, because they didn't change that portion. It's taking me a minute to get it. They look like they updated the website. So again, we are on electronic claims, and most electronic claims are hospital claims. If you have a doctor's office, that's a pretty small office, and you guys are printing the claims, that's fine. That's you guys are mailing out those claims, no problem. And a lot of doctors' offices, they mail out their claims anyway because it's physician services. Okay, so again, you guys got key abbreviations. Don't forget MAC. MAC has two meanings. One is in CPT book, and the other one is where is it? I can't find it. It's Medicare something, okay? And NDC, National Drug Association. The NDC that's in here, I want you guys to use it because that's on one of your claims. I think it's on UBO2, UB. Let me show them real quick. No, can you? No, you can put that down. Just let me see this. Let me see if we can give them this. It's Medicare or something administrative. Wait a minute. Oh, well, how come they can't see it? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay. So there you go, right there. Where's that MAC? Right here. The MAC, there's two meanings for that. One of them is in anesthesia. I can't think of what it is right now off my head, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's two meanings for MAC. All right, it's two meanings for MAC. So we're going to take that down. Let's drop this back up. All right. So again, we're in key abbreviations. You're only doing the workbook. Okay, you're doing your workbook. Okay, study outline, electronic claims. Okay, make sure you do that. That's why I wanted you guys to make sure you got your book. Okay, the standard HIPAA claim 837P. All right, that's the same thing. You guys are going to see that on the bottom of 1500. All right. We get the reports. Well, sometimes the billers can run the report. Uh, we don't we don't have to run the reports. We always have like a team leader or something, and she usually kind of takes care of that at the end of the day. And by tomorrow, I already got the rest of that stuff. So you guys will not have to run any reports. If you have a team leader in your office or in your hospital, she will be the one to run the billing reports, and she will be giving them to me at the end of the day. If she doesn't give them to me at the end of the day, she's going to give them to me in the morning. Okay, so don't worry about those reports. Okay, and let me just specify when I say reports, I mean like electronic transmission reports. Like it'll say how many claims went out, how many electronic claims, how many paper claims. And it'll have a report on how much money went out, and it'll have a report on how much money I'm supposed to get back. Okay. So again, that's in your workbook. You see how much stuff is in this workbook? And again, just set aside, like I said, just set aside 2 hours a day or 2 hours every other day. What I would do is I would set the same time that I'm coming in. That's when I would do it. So I would do my hour from 6 to 7, and then you guys can do your workbook from 7 to 8. That's what I would do. And I think there's a chat that's coming on right after this. Okay, it's a recorded chat, so I already recorded it, but it's going to drop right after this. Okay, so we're still in electronic claims, and again, same thing. You're going to do key terms. You're going to do key abbreviations, performance objectives, study line. Okay, pretty much the same thing. You review questions, and again, it's for you to get. I can show you this. It's for you to get accustomed to what you're learning. Okay, that's how. This is how you're going to retain when you do the workbook. When you do the workbook, that's how you're going to retain. Okay. So I'm just going to go back here so I can show you guys presentation, share screen, window. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we're just sharing screen here just so you guys can see some of the courses if you want to join the class. You can also have the classes on a flash drive. You guys see that flash drive? That's your flash drive that you get for your transitional training. Now you can use that flash drive for any course. I can put that on there. I'm going to show you right now. So you can use that for any course. It's this one here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but this is the flash drive for that. And again, these are the courses that you're literally buying. These are the Sapphire courses that you're buying. What you get in the YouTube University is your basic. Would you join the Sapphire class? You have access to the Sapphire portal. Remember, I was showing you that Sapphire portal with some of that tools in there that we use in the Sapphire portal. You also have access to those things as well. Okay, so I'm just going down. So you would go on sapphire.myshopify.com. Let's say you chose this one, then you go to when you hit that, it'll take you straight to a checkout, and you're going to use that key code that I gave you. You're still with me. The key code to take $1,100 off of this is hashtag key code 212. So it's hashtag key 212. Okay. If you're still with me and I didn't give you that, if you didn't get it, just call me. Call me. Send me send me an email. Let me know. Okay. There you go. There you go. See, and I even give you like a little skit of what's in there. And also look, these are all the courses that is in that full course. Okay. Let me see if you can see what I see. I know you're dealing with the stream, you're all over the place. Okay, so I can see what you see now. So look, these courses are in here. Okay, if you've got the key code, it'll take off $1,150. This course is $1,389. Okay, so if you want to do it, you have to go on Sapphire Coding, sapphirecoding.myshopify.com. Here it is right here. Okay, so let's get back. We only have like three more sessions left of the course. We're doing, like I said, the 15, 16, and 17, and right now we're doing the electronic claims. Now, all of these, there are several hospitals that are closing. I haven't heard anything in Georgia that's closing, or I'm not sure any in New York, but more of going towards the deep south, I think, are closing because they're like smaller towns and rural, towns that might be closing. But you be careful. You might get a lot of phone calls and say, listen, we need XYZ biller for so and so. We need XYZ. I might get an email or something to say, Lisa, I need a biller for this. Lisa, I need a biller for that. Or Lisa, can you get me a quota for this? When I get those phone calls, that's when I give them to you. Well, my Sapphire students, you guys, even if you're not finished, I'm giving you enough to let you work for somebody if you're at home. So if you're at home and you got your two screens going, you got your laptop, you got your calculator, you got your ICD-10 books, you're going. Okay? You're going. So again, we want you to be fully prepared. Okay, when we get those calls, and those of you who are starting up your own business, be ready, be ready. Okay, electronic funds transfer, EFT, that's what that means. Okay, and you guys see that all over the place. When you see that, some of you are doing collections, or some of you are doing accounts receivable, some of you are in payments. You see that all over the place. Okay, what else is in here? Multiple choice. You know what I call multiple choice, open and close questions. Electronic claims are submitted by what type of means? Which way are we submitting that? Okay, I don't know why they got this right here. The United States Postal Service. What in the world? I don't know why they have that there, but okay. So electronic claims are submitted. Let me teach you something. I got to put this up. No, I'm not supposed to, but I'm putting it up anyway. So we're going to stop the share on this. And the reason is, let me share that, because I'm going to show you a quick way of how you literally can decipher how to do those open and close questions. Okay. So okay. So you see this right here? This is an open and close question. This is what I be when I say open and close. This is what I mean. This is an open and close question. You see how the answer is in the question. Electronic claims are submitted by means of. It's electronic. I can't show you how to do multiple choice better than that. The answer is always in the question. When you do that CPC, the answer is in the question. Of course, the case's answers are going to be in those questions. You are deciphering that case. If you are doing open and close, you are deciphering the open and close of multiple choice. You see that line, electronic? You see that word, electronic? Oh, that got to be it. Do it, boom, keep it moving. Remember, you got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, keep it moving. Okay, so again, just be precarious, 837P. We just went over that. The standard transaction that replaces the paper claims 1500. We just went over that. So you know what the answer is to that. Okay, I'm not going to go over all of it, but I want to make sure that you guys do all of the questions in your exercise book. No, nobody's going to micromanage you. Why, Miss Lambert? Because you are grown and you can do your own work. I'm literally putting you in the right place. We want you to do your own work because soon you will be doing medical terminology. Medical terminology is fun. Do not forget those illustrations. Every time I go over this, I go over illustrations. I'm very fond of them right now. I'm gonna come out of this book real quick. I shouldn't have come out. I should have came to the other one. It's too late. Okay. The illustrations. Okay. Y'all remember when I was telling you about the illustrations? When I be saying illustrations, right? I can't do digestive system today. Look, how about nervous system? Okay. So I'm gonna show you this real quick. Let me see if you got you with me. You with me? Okay, let's get rid of that. So I'm just jumping into to the um, medical insurance. Not no 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 medical terminology book and language of medicine. Elsevier.com. Make sure you get this book. So I'm jumping into the nervous system because I want you guys to see what I'm getting ready to look at. And this is how it is. You see, look, that's what you're gonna go over. You're gonna go over all of that. Okay. So in that language of medicine book, there are a lot of illustrations. This is a good one. I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. This is a good one. This is what we. I hate when I have to do that. This is what we call illustrations. You need to remember these things for the test. You never know. They may ask about, brachial plexus. Where is it? Cervical plexus. Where's your cervical? Would you study and stuff like the thoracic? You already know that's in the back. But again, would you study and stuff like that? You're going to need it. You're going to need it. This is what we call illustrations. This is what we call illustrations. So when you guys hear me say study your illustrations, this is what I'm talking about. And these are mainly inside of your CPT book, your ICD-10. That's why I want you to make notes. Oh, it's lovely stuff in here. You guys are going to love when you get ready to get into medical terminology. Central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. It tells you everything in here. Neuron stimulus. And the reason why you must know medical terminology because you will not be able to decipher what's going on in that case. You have to decipher this thing the same way that the doctor does. I know it's scary as heck when you think about being a coder is almost like being a surgeon. But this is the easy part. Once you actually get your job or who you're going to be working with, um, that's where that's going to come in at. That expertise is going to come in right there. You're going to do one day at a time. By the time you get to 60 days, you be done mastered everything your doctor wants. I know what he wants. I know what he's trying to write. I know what he XYZ. When we do that next course, we're going to take a look at it. Now, in the Sapphire physician coding course, it's a little bit different. I'm gonna set different days that I'm gonna try and do. Depends on how big the class gets. Because right now they're teaching, they're learning from what you're doing right now. In the Sapphire portal it has to be a little bit more in depth. It's not like I have to go word for word, chapter for chapter. Same thing that I do here with you. It's just a little bit more. But I want you to be in the right place so you are studying the correct thing. If we were in a classroom and you had your workbooks, and all of you guys would be working on your workbooks, everybody would be working on the same thing, and it would be quiet. I would be just sitting here like a streamer, and all of y'all will be in the classroom, and that's what you're working on. So right now, I'm at a toss up between am I going to do the Twitch streaming. I can't even say it. I have a lot of people that I know that are doing the Twitch thing. So I've been asked to do it, but I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to be on for like 8 hours straight or anything like that. But I did want to be on for a few hours, even if I'm just on. I don't have to be really doing anything, even if I want to make sure that I'm on so that you guys can ask me questions or XYZ. I don't know how the streaming goes with the YouTube, but that's what we've been talking about. That's pretty much what's up in the air. And I thought it was okay, and it's probably okay. I just don't know how to do it. um, I think that, let me close this. I think us doing the streamer for a minute will give us a lot more hours because I can still do that on YouTube. I don't think it makes it too much of a difference. But I think for the streaming part, it might make you guys feel more like you're in a classroom. You guys let me know. Let me know what you think about that. I'm trying to find something in here so I can show you guys. Um, so you guys, let me know what you think about that. They were saying that there were a lot of people who do the education there, but I'm not trying to do all that with them. Um, so I am going to show you this. We'll put one up, and this is just one of the tests that I normally give my own students. And this is in the Sapphire class, which is fine. I think I'm already in there. So this is what it is right here, and this is one of the ICD-10 exams that my students will get. Okay, this is how you would do your practice. When I give practice, oh, you didn't even see it. When I give practice tests, this is how I give them. I'm going back so I can kind of scroll through. So this is one of the Sapphire exams that you would get. Okay, you guys who are on YouTube, I cannot give you tests like this because it will be forever. So this is the reason why I, definitely recommend that you guys do join the classroom. And if you guys have that $1,150 code, please use it. It's hashtag key code 12 or hashtag key 212. Let me know if you're still in this video. It's 45 minutes in. That's what that hashtag code is. So you can get that $1,100 off of that. Okay. So, yeah, so we put that up there just to kind of give you an idea about what's actually in the classroom. So somebody did ask me about the summary. I'm going to go ahead and drop that summary up there, and we're going to go ahead and use ICD-10 as, let me take this down, as one of the examples. Okay, so let's say you're doing. I'm going to look at it while you got it up there. So this is mine. There's no copyright. My name is all over it. Let's say you are working on electronic claims. If you're working on electronic claims, you're going to pick out some of the questions that are in here. For example, for ICD-10, where did ICD-10 come from? What does it mean? If you're working on electronic claims, what does electronic claims mean? How do we keep track of electronic claims? Okay, so if you say why are there 21 guidelines? That's an ICD-10. So you're not going to pick that question. You're going to pick another question. Okay. And if you can see on the bottom where it says, this is your go to for writing a summary for any subject, use your own discretion. Keep the summary around the concept of what you're reading in that chapter. Okay. Keep it around the concept of what you're reading. Okay. Each chapter has a summary of 100 to 200 words. Separate each sheet of paper as it is below. Add the chapter title, add the date, add your name in the course. Now, um, we do that in a Sapphire class. This is handed to me. I cannot grade this in YouTube. Okay, some of you who are even in my classroom, you do this for me to let me know how well you have deciphered the class that you're doing, or how well you decipher the chapter. So if you guys are working in medical insurance billing, and at the end of your chapter, I want to see how well you know the chapter. So that's why I'm looking for a summary. Okay, and if the copy and paste it doesn't make sense for you to even do it. I mean, what do you want me to give you an A across the board? It's just what you're going to say in your own mind. It's just telling me how you have retained it. I've looked at my own work a million times. If you copy and paste something from out of there, I already know. So don't cheat yourself out of it. And the hard part about it is when you have a course that you're not paying a whole lot of money for, you hardly want to do it, or you don't want to put 1,000% into it, but you should. Okay. So that's the summary. I think I had mentioned it before, but I got somebody asked me about that again. Okay. So well, not again. It might be somebody who didn't know about it. Okay. So that's the scenario on that. So some of you have not seen the schedule. I don't know who asked for it, but I've intended to show you also the schedule. Okay, this is the Sapphire schedule. This is what they actually go by. And this, let me get in here. And this schedule, when you start my class, you put your own date on it. If you guys are in YTU and you're getting confused about what you're doing today or what you're not doing today, or you want to get more detailed. This is mine. She says Black Phoenix Team House. That belongs to me. So there's no copyright here. Okay, this belongs to me. So, if you want to get more explicit with keeping up with what you're doing, or doing more than I am asking you to do in YTU, you can work from this. Okay, you can work from that, of course, by all means. So that was just a couple of things that I wanted to kind of throw in there because a couple of people had a couple of questions, and normally when you guys have questions, I just kind of throw them all in there because somebody else may have the same type of question. But again, we just kind of looked in the language of medicine book. And like I said, that's the book that we are looking at. And a list of the books are down below. When we get to doing the medical terminology, I mean, let me see if I can show you guys this. When we get to doing the medical terminology, this is what we're going to be doing. And you probably will have exercises as well. And you, as NYTU, I don't give you tests. Sapphire, you guys have tests. YTU, you will not have tests for me. You can do the exercises that are inside the book. So we start going over MT. That's how we're going to do it. Okay. So that probably would be the only difference. You guys just won't have tests from me. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back to the electronic claims, because we're almost finished with that anyway. I think we have like 10 minutes left. So again, those of you who do have your book, um, by all means, stick with us, and you'll get through it. If it seems like a lot, just take your time through it. I'm going to put this up so we can let you guys know where we're at now. So we're on 17, receiving payments and insurance problem solving. Um, just kind of be precarious, and again, what you're doing, and just take your time in doing it. If you can set more than 2 hours, set more than 2 hours, so that you can retain more. So again, this is receiving payments and insurance problem solving. You guys already did this in the reading. Remember, we're doing the exercises, adjudications, appeals, claim denials. This is you working. This is more an accounts receivable. This is more an accounts receivable. So those of you who might want to work in accounts receivable, that's what they do. They're going to be doing all that adjudication. They're going to be finding out what's wrong with the claims. They're going to be looking at the EOBs. They're going to be appealing claims. They're going to be making sure that we got paid the right amount of money. They're going to be doing resubmission. They're going to be doing revenue cycle management, and that's going to involve them to do adjustments, do write-offs, if make sure that those claims are coming in clean. If those girls are looking at claims that's coming in, if I got 10 claims that's coming back to me and they all denied for the same reason, something ain't right. It's a glitch somewhere. We need to stop right now. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. We need to find out what's going on with those claims. Okay. So that's, if we got to start from the beginning, we got to start from the beginning. I want to look at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right, what happened Wednesday? It's a pattern. Monday, we got 20. Tuesday, we got 20. Same thing, 21, 25. Okay, something ain't right. It's a pattern of something. Something is wrong in accounts receivable. So that is where I need my accounts receivable department to stop and check and research, do their due diligence, and find out what happened. We're either going to find out why that claim is being suspended incorrectly. We're going to find out why these claims are coming back wrong. We're going to find out why these claims are getting stuck. We're going to find out why we're not getting paid. We're going to find out why the clearinghouse is not submitting those claims. We're going to find out why the clearinghouse is sending them back. We're going to find out why this whole batch of claims is still sitting there. Because remember, every time you submit a claim, it's a batch, right? That's a batch. See, we go over more of that in the classroom and stuff like classroom, but you guys will still see that in your medical insurance billing book. Okay, a batch is numbers that are created when you are submitting claims. Okay, some of you are working in hospitals, you know what that is. But if you go through your medical insurance billing book, you will also find out what that is. Okay. And again, if you want to go further, go to Sapphire, sapphirecoding.myshopify.com, and go ahead and register for the class. Okay. So key abbreviations. I want you to do the National Provider Identification Number, RCM. You guys know what that is. We just went over that. And yeah, you guys have a study outline with this that is amazing. I got to show you this for 5 minutes, not for 5 minutes, but you see that. Make sure you go over all of that. Go over all of that, because that could be on your test. Even if some of you are not going to take your CPC or even take your CPB, okay, that's fine. But when you get ready to go work into the hospital and they give you that interest test, I'm pretty sure you will do well. Even with you guys only doing these 15, 16 classes, you should be able to be hired as a medical insurance biller, because you know the knowledge, you know the basics. Okay. If you want to join my class, you can, because that's where I'm going to start showing you how to do an EHR system, how to work in an EMR system. What is EHR? What is EMR? Okay, that's where we're actually going to try to go in, and I can show you what the encoder is. I can show you what the Optum 360 looks like, because the basis of what you're going to do, that's the hardest, is pass your CPC. If you're not going that route and you're just going to do the medical insurance billing, you don't have to be a certified professional biller. That is a preference between who you're going to work for. If you work for a private office, they may not need that. They may want to just make sure that you're par in doing the billing, you're par in doing the coding. So what they will do is give you an exam to see if you can pass the exam. And some of us old folk, we forget some of the stuff that's on there. So we need to study. Y'all need to study. Okay. This must be a note I got right here. Okay, so we already did that already. So again, what you're getting in this medical insurance plan, y'all still with me? The key code is hashtag key 212. Hashtag key 212. That takes $1,150 off, and you will have access to get into the Sapphire portal, so you can see those things and what an EHR is, what an EMR is. I can't show you everything that's in those classrooms because those girls are paying. Okay, but this is a basic class of YTU, YouTube University, and this is what this is. And I have to show you the basics. I do want you guys to join the class. I want you to join the class. Go to that bookstore and purchase those courses, and you will get in there. And don't sleep on those courses. Sometimes I throw those courses up for a donation or something like that. Every donation counts when anybody donates to Sapphire Physician Coding. Okay, I don't want to talk too much on that. We got to keep moving. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the revenue cycle management. That is generic. That is a generic word. Okay, the explanation of benefits. Make sure you guys get hooked on that, because what it's EOB is normally a piece of paper. All right, we also have electronic claims, so make sure you watch that. Okay, it depends on what queue you guys are working or where you're going to be working at. Okay, that's like I said, if I do that streamer thing, I'll see. Okay, I like this one. After the insurance claim is processed by the insurance company, paid, suspended, rejected, or denied. They're just asking which one you want to choose. But I love this book, Workbook for 40s medical insurance billing. It's amazing. This book has everything you need in an office. Okay, key term, abbreviations, performance objectives. Try your best to do all of this. The true and false. Okay, an insurance billing specialist's primary goal is to assist in management of the revenue cycle. True or false? See, you see how nice it is, and there's even they even give you some illustrations of EOBs that are on here that might have been denied. You guys know I've already talked about the 31 to 60, 61 to 90. Those are how many days it should be in your cycle. Okay, I don't like for you guys to go over 61 days. Somebody better be looking at that claim in 61 days if we have not gotten paid. The Happy Day primary care officer reviewing their aging report, which that's what it is. It's an aging report. And when you go to office, they're going to show you what you need to do. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I get kind of I don't know. I get kind of homesick as far as going back to the office, going back in the office. I do, because sometimes when I'm teaching y'all, it's like I'm ready to go back, but sometimes I'm not ready to go back. I just want to do the teaching, and maybe not. But we will see. We'll see what's in the forecast. Okay, so we're almost an hour in. We're actually almost done. Uh, these are just illustrations in your receiving payments and insurance problem solving. That's chapter 17. So that's what you should be working on. There is a claim form in there. There's a claim form in here, and it's pretty much, I'm going to show it to you real quick. This is a claim form. So you definitely have one in here for you to be doing. I want you to make sure you do that claim. Fill in all the blanks if there's any, but I'm going to get a good idea and get kind of used to looking at a 1500 claim form so you guys can see what's actually on there. The provider ID, the claim form is already signed, patient's date of birth, the patient's address, make sure everything is correct. This is in the doctor's office. Now, when you work in a big hospital, they spitting out. The claims are spitting out. You ain't even going to see them. And some of them automatically go in the envelope. So it's very seldom you're going to see us, printing them out like this. I mean, very, very, very seldom you're going to see claims that are going to be distributed like that. Okay, so again, that was 15, 16, and 17. Thank you guys for attending. Remember that key code is hashtag key 12. What is it? Hashtag key 212. Okay, so if you guys want to get into my classroom, make sure you use that key code. Okay, and you will get into the Sapphire portal, and then I can go more in depth with you with this class, and I can show you the books how you should be shown. I can only do a limited amount on the YTU. I am getting my permission to do more. But if you join the Sapphire Physician Portal, I can do more that way. Go on that bookstore and join the class, register, send me an email. When you go in there, it's just like you going to a store and checking out. When you get ready to check out, put that key code in there. Same way how you would do on elsevier.com. Okay, so this is over. I will see you next time. Next chat is chat 13. I'm gonna throw this up real quick. Chapter 13 is chapter 13. Class 13 is chapter 18, 19, and 20. Okay, 18, 19, and 20. You got your book, so you guys know what that is. Okay, I'm going to sign off now. I'm already an hour in. I'll see you guys next time. Do not forget, study and retain and use your index cards.